Hello, welcome to JIBRIN Angle on Oweleke TV. My name is JIBRIN, and this is my angle. Breaking. Nigerian Federal High Court strikes out treason charges against 119 end bad governor end bad governance protesters. I repeat, Nigerian Federal High Court strikes out treason charges against 119 end bad governance protesters. This is by Sahara Reporters. There is a picture here on Sahara Reporters that is just it's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. When I say unbelievable, it's unbelievable. These are children, for God's sake. Now, this is I think this news broke, or was it supposed to be 2 days ago or whatever, but I never had time to actually do a monologue on this, either yesterday or 2 days ago or thereabout. Yes, so we all know what has happened. Okay, let's read part of this news. This was pronounced by Obiora Egwuatu, the presiding judge, who struck out the case following an application by MD Abubakar Counsel to the Attorney General of the Federation. Federal High Court in Abuja on Tuesday struck out the treasonous charges brought against 119 Nigerians, including those detained since August for participating in the End Bad Governance protest. This was pronounced by Obiora Egwuatu, the presiding judge, who struck out the case following an application by MD Abubakar Counsel to the Attorney General of the Federation. Abubakar applied to take over and discontinue the suit. At the session on Tuesday, Abubakar prayed the court to allow the AGF take over the charge. Sahara Reporters had reported that following their rejection at Kuje prison, the malnourished minors were detained by the Nigeria police force in a facility meant for adults at the Intelligence Response Team unit in the Apo area of the Federal Capital Territory. The kids were, honestly, these are kids. Need to see the picture. Sorry, I can't post the picture here because this one just came up. The kids who were granted bail on stringent terms by Justice Obiora Egwuatu were 24. Still, about 20 of them had been hospitalized at an undisclosed hospital. Sources told Sahara Reporters on Friday. Now, you need to see. I don't want to continue with this. It's you have to read. You can read on, but that's just it. I want to make a point out of it because I seen this picture. This picture is the reason why I'm making this monologue. These are children. This report says 24. What 24? These are children. I wish I can show this picture to you guys, but you can go on Sahara Reporter, and get the details of this. The details of this news. These are children, for God's sake, and they, just like the news says, they are just looking malnourished. Honestly, I just can't believe that. Anyway, why can't I believe Bola Tinubu is who Bola Tinubu is? And now the point is, so the president intervened and the court decided to strike the whole thing out. This is crazy. Of course, we all know, for those of you who have been following me, I have made this point before that this is not democracy. The democracy we are practicing today is a sham. Because what we have right now, especially under Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it's a military system, it's a military government that the occupants or the players are just in civilian clothing. That is just the reality. Because as far as I'm concerned, we don't have the judiciary. We don't have, in this government, this system of government, we don't have the judiciary. We don't have the legislature. And you ask me, why did I say so? Of course, legislature is a rubber stamp now for the president. The judiciary is also a rubber stamp. Look at it now. People, these kids have been incarcerated for how many months now since end back governance protest? I think in August, right? Yes. How many months? They've tormented these children, and even since then, people have been crying out until more people started crying out, and the thing attracted international audience or international view that eventually made Tinubu to cave and probably instructed his attorney general to withdraw the case. And then the next thing, the court, as usual, Oga don't talk. We have to obey him. Judiciary is supposed to be independent of other two arms of government. The legislature is supposed to be independent of the presidency, of the executive. But in this case, in this Tinubu's case, no. Can someone tell me what bill Bola Tinubu has forwarded to the National Assembly and was debated and was robustly debated on? Nothing. Since he became the president, all he does is just send a bill there, give it 5 minutes. The next thing they read, the next thing they vote, and it passes into law. The judiciary, the same thing is happening at the judicial level. So we are not practicing. This is a sham that we call democracy. And this is one of the reasons why I say, what are we waiting for? What is the military waiting for? The military should do the needful, because there is no better time for us to not only desire, but for the military to actually intervene. We need intervention of the military. And that is just the reality. Otherwise, I'm calling on the military to intervene, because the other option, the second option, it's not going to be a good option for anyone, because it's an option that will affect everybody, even though it's going to be, will be the perfect solution to our problem. The military is not the perfect solution, but it is just a managing solution to our problem. The one that is supposed to be a perfect solution is something that is going to hurt virtually everybody, to affect everybody in the Nigerian society, either directly or by proxy. So let's not let it get there, because if the military does not take over, it will eventually get there. That is the truth of the matter. So we are not. This is crazy. We cannot continue in this kind of system. And besides, I've always been an opponent of democracy in Nigeria. It is working in other climes. It is working in other climes because those climes are built for it. That is their design. That is how the system. It's in their DNA. Democracy is alien to Nigeria and Nigerians. It is not our DNA. That is not our way of life. It is not our way of governance. It is different. We are different from that. So because it is alien, it is not just work. It will not work. It is not. It's a Western idea. Democracy is a Western idea. That is just the reality. And nobody should just deceive himself with that. It is just a Western idea. It is not Nigerian. It won't work. Let's kick it out of our country and let the military take over. And this is my angle.